Yo, Rock Solid family. It's your boy Robert, man, back at y'all with another video. I just shot a video yesterday and I posted it for today, right? Today is still Sunday, so that video came out earlier. So I just really want to chop it up with y'all, man. It's been raining and stuff, so I didn't even bring the puppies out today. So this just really like a quick, just chop it up with y'all, a little video or whatever, man. How y'all doing, man? Thank you to everybody who watched the videos, man. Support the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, please do. It's free. Hit the like button, man, and share the videos, y'all. So like I said, I'm not going to have the puppies out because it's been raining and stuff. So, but what I really want to say, I just want to talk to y'all, man, like with breeding dogs and buying dogs and just the whole dog business, right? Shout out to everybody who got man, pass by a little bit. Shout out to everybody who got puppies on the ground, man. Shout out to everybody, having littles, man, and doing y'all thing, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the new breeders and new YouTubers, man. Just keep pulling your phones or your cameras out, man, and shooting. I got a call from a guy. He was saying that he wanted to start shooting videos and, be a YouTuber or whatever. So, I told him, man, what kind of phone you got? He told me he had an iPhone 14 Pro Max or something. So I told him, man, just pull it out, dog, and shoot. Everything ain't got to be perfect, But topic of this video, really just to talk to y'all, man, about breeding and dogs, man. It's not as easy as you think it is. It's a lot of work come with having dogs, man. It's a lot of work that come with one dog. But, when you have multiple dogs, that's a lot of work, man, that come with that. So you got to be ready. And, it can get expensive, Just think about it. We breed these dogs, and sometimes they take, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you may think finna have a litter of puppies. The dog done swole up, everything. And then the dog have a false breed. They don't even have puppies. They absorb the puppies, or, come out, all the puppies die. It's just a lot come with this business, I would say this game, but, it's not a game. It's serious business. So y'all be aware of that, man. Shout out to everybody who went through that, It's tough, and then we're going to touch on puppy prices too, like, just think about it. If you don't have a male and you got to take your, dog, your female dog to somebody else male, some of these guys want 3,500, whatever, however much the cost is, And then on top of that, they may not do a natural tie. So you may have to do an AI on the dog. It just all these fees come with the progesterone. You might have to get the dog. Well, you're going to have to get the dog progesterone, a couple of times because you don't have a male. So how you're going to know when it's the right time, especially if you get the AI. So you may do 3 or 4 AIs, sometimes 5, So all that stuff costs money, y'all, and it's nothing is guaranteed. So when you're talking about the price of puppies, man, you gotta understand that, whoever breeding these dogs, we're spending money. None of this stuff is free. And to be honest, with Rotties, the stud credits are even higher. When you look at exotic bullies and American bullies, man, you can get a top dog stud credit for $2,000, $2,500. Sometimes they be always running stud credits and specials. But a lot of these guys that got Rotties, man, they don't even want to stud their dog out to you. And if they do, if the dog is a known producer from some of these bigger camps or whatever, shoot, they might tell you an outrageous number. Not even 2,500. It's more than that. Not even 3,500. It's up there. So, we spend a lot of money taking care of these dogs, breeding the dog and everything. So when you see the price of the puppy, all of that reflects into the price, because we want to produce quality. Yeah, you can take your dog to another backyard dog or another, unproven dog, but I myself, I want to give y'all quality. I want y'all to get quality from a quality stud, you know what I'm saying? And the pedigree lining up. He proved, he done proved himself. So, all that is inside of the price that, I'm giving you, and I know that's inside the price that we all should be giving you, but that's not necessarily true because sometimes some people's puppies don't even, I be looking at them like, why you think they cost that much? Like they shouldn't even, the breeding, wasn't even that spectacular to fetch $2,000-$3,000 or $4,000 for the puppy. You done used the unproven male stud. Your female probably was mediocre and all that. So it's like, why do you want three or 4,000? But to each his own. That's not my place to judge or put a price on another man's dog. All I'm saying is, it's a lot of money go into this. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of preparation. Let's just say you get a stud and you live in Tallahassee, Florida, but the stud is in Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say he will do a natural tie with you, but now you got to go all the way to Arkansas. Yes, you can do an AI, but man, don't nothing hit like a natural tie. I don't care what nobody say. I done seen people do AIs and they don't take. I done saw where somebody did a surgical AI and still didn't have no puppy. So, I mean, that's never happened to me. Anytime I ever done a surgical, it went through. It doesn't matter if it was 2 puppies in there. It still happened, But all I'm saying is it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of money. So all that reflects into the price of the puppies, y'all. Ain't nothing guaranteed. This a lot of work, we make it look kind of simple, a lot of guys, it's just like Tony, Butler. Shout out to Tony at Butler Kennels. He may have 7 dogs giving birth at one time. He just so used to the shit. He ain't even panicking. He just, oh, she giving birth in here, that one giving birth. He just walking around, So, shout out to that man, no matter what they say about him or whatever, the man got quality dogs and he know what he doing with his dogs. And no program is perfect, man. You gonna have, whatever on your yard, man. Some people yard get parvo, some people have Cox City, or some people have this, that, and the other. It's, you can do your best to keep stuff clean and everything, but sometimes, things happen, so nobody's perfect. But it's a lot going into breeding these dogs, man, especially, bigger breed dogs and stuff. The only thing good about breeding a large breed dog, they can give natural birth, right? But let me tell you this, when Dior had her first litter, she had a litter of 14 puppies. She only pushed out 8. The rest of the puppies died inside of her, right? They died on the way out. Some of them was water babies, and she kept pushing all the way into the next day. I'm thinking that she was done, giving birth. I'm thinking she just pushing out after birth and whatever. But she still had a pup or 2, So had I got a C-section, maybe some of those puppies would have lived, So it's a lot of things you can say and do, but you thinking that you got a large breed dog, they can just push the puppies out with no problem. But sometimes a C-section is better. You never know, But yeah, man, y'all just be aware of that, man. It's a lot going to breeding dogs. It's a lot of money being spent behind the scenes on vaccinations and food, and just fluke stuff might happen where the dog done hurt the leg. Like Keno, he tore his ACL. That was $3,000. you know, just out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So, then I had, I don't even know which one of my females, they got a hold to my female Frenchie. She was in heat. And one of them got hold of her and bit her up under the arm and punctured her stuff up on her arm, bro. We had to take her to the vet, and get her seen about. So it's always things that pop out of the blue. You don't never know. Dogs get along all the way until they don't get along. So y'all be careful. Y'all be mindful of a lot of this stuff, man. Y'all see guys with smaller channels out here, hit the like button, man. Share the video if you can. And if you can't share it, just thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel, because we putting out this content and we appreciate, y'all just subscribing and hitting the thumbs up button, man, because that show us that, y'all watching the videos and everything and appreciating the videos, and that kind of motivate smaller guys to keep going. I'm grateful to all my rock solid family, man. I tell y'all that all the time. What can I say, man? Y'all rock with me, I rock with y'all. I try to be as transparent as I can. I try to stay humble and, do good business and just be a good man. It ain't even got nothing to do with being a businessman. I'm a man first, so, I'm going to stand on everything that I say. And, that's that. But like I said, man, shout out to everybody who had puppies and litters and things, and, they on the ground and y'all taking care of them, man. For everybody who didn't take or had an issue with the breeding and everything, man, shout out to y'all. Y'all keep y'all head up, man. Keep on pushing. Some of y'all motivate me. You got to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? You just can't come on here and pop it and just show good stuff like you just exempt from anything happening to you. So shout out to everybody who keep it real, keep it transparent, through the good, the bad, you got to let people know. Just don't tell them all the good things about it. Because you got some people, they'll get into it. And that's just like in business. I've owned other businesses where people only told you the good side of the business. And then you jump in and now you getting a whole lot of the bad side right up front. Like you can jump into any business, y'all. And that doesn't mean from day one, you can start having all the downside that business can throw at you, and you can keep having it, right? Just because one bad thing happened to you out the gate, that doesn't mean that two things don't happen or three things. You could keep having a little string of bad luck until it turn around. That don't mean give up. Just do your due diligence and understand, like, this is part of it. It's not only the good side, it's the bad side, the downside too. So if anything y'all start up, man, just look at the bad, the pros and the cons. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the cons scare you, because every man got his own sin. Whatever happened to me, that doesn't mean that that's going to happen to you. So, but be aware that it can happen. So you prepare yourself. I'd rather have a raincoat or an umbrella in my car, even when it's sunny, than to not have it when it's pouring down rain, right? So y'all be careful, man. Thank y'all for watching these videos. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Like I said, I dropped a video of the pups earlier, so y'all saw those pups. They looking well. I don't know what else to say, man. Y'all stay locked in, man. Stay locked in. Stay tuned. We finna have some breeding going down. And that's that, y'all. I'm trying to think. Shout out to everybody. I'm trying to think of some of my subscribers that called me. Like I said in my last video, my man Matt, well, it was in the video before last when I popped up Matt, dog. That male dog is off of Django. And I left his Instagram up under one of those pictures. So if y'all wanna use that stud, look at the up under the picture, you'll see his Instagram name. You know, it's not Matt, it says something else, but it's right up under one of those pictures that I popped up. I forgot to tell y'all that in the last video. Shout out to my man A, man. He I be seeing that girl on IG, man. She looking good, man, large and in charge. So shout out to you, brother. And them real looked good too, man. You know that what we do. I got like 2 or 3. Let me see something, man. I got like 2 or 3 grills around here, man. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. My girl barbecue, I'm telling you, she barbecue better than a lot of. I got this one little grill. This a little. Man, y'all might not believe this. This little small grill right here, bro. It ain't even no smoke. That little small grill right there, cook. Got my little toys out, y'all. I keep them covered up, man. You know, you gotta stay humble and all that. You know. I got a few toys too, y'all. Work hard. But this one right here, man, I don't feel like uncovering that, A. But, hey, you see what's going on, man. We over here smoking, and you know what I mean? We smoking a little bit too, A, so, yeah. Send me that recipe, man. But anyway, y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. But I'm about to wrap this video up, man. I just want to chop it up and tell y'all about the ups and downs, man. You know, you're going to have good ups. You're going to have downs, man. You got to always prepare for the rainy days, y'all. Every day ain't going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Every day can't be your birthday, so, you know. But anyway, man, this video getting kind of long, man. Y'all hit the subscribe button on the way out, y'all. Share the video. And stay tuned, y'all. Until the next time. Peace.